So, suppose you're being in a rut. You're in a place you don't really like. You don't enjoy your daily activities, life feels like a drag, and getting up in the morning sucks. There is no reason to keep on pushing. There is no meaning behind the suffering you're experiencing. The easiest way to avoid this reality is to engage in superficial activities. You start playing video games, stop showing up and answering calls, you're constantly on social media, you sleep in and you eat junk food. There comes a moment in your life where the idea to change pops up. You get this glimpse of what your future self could look like if you just change your habits. There is a way out. There is light on the other end of the tunnel, but it will be a long fight. Your superpower lies in your ability to make an active decision right now to restore order and take control over your life. You imagine your future self. You imagine your future life. You set your SMART goals. According to the internet, these are the gold standard for goals or some shit. You start dressing up better, going to the gym, drinking more water, and being productive. But there's this moment where resistance shows up. It's like this massive wall of opposing force that's pushing against your will. It is extremely uncomfortable to overcome. It degrades your energy and fights every cell in your body. It does everything in its power to stop you from changing yourself. But why does this happen? Your subconscious brain is very perceptive. It follows you wherever you go, and it takes notes on everything that happens. It paints a picture, a complex of ideas, attitudes, beliefs, assumptions, and different habits about yourself to tell you who you are. It also listens to other people's judgments, because otherwise how would we know who we are? And it sets these massive boundaries around that make it very hard and uncomfortable to change. How do we change this? It's by listening to the chatter in your brain that you realize who your brain thinks you are. Whether you choose to record your thoughts, journal, or whatever, it's always there. But why would you listen to your brain chatter if you don't like the person who you are, or if you don't like where you are? It's mostly that chatter that got you here in the first place, right? So what could be done? One thing is to detach from your ego by understanding that your ego is a set of ideas, assumptions, beliefs about yourself. Only by detaching from your ego and realizing this isn't you, only you can constructively collaborate with your brain to elucidate change. Your brain will always fight to keep you safe, to keep you the same old you, to keep you completely constant with who you were. That's why change is uncomfortable. And that's okay. We're humans. We are wired for survival. Anything that we feel might catastrophize our well-being or position in society is a thing to fear from. That's how we survive, at least in our brain. The brain is a machine that works to keep you constant and secure. But we're talking about things that are good for you here. Going on that date, working out at the gym, running a bit more and drinking some water, getting up earlier to ride that plane you've got. Humans are the only creatures who will continually do something that doesn't feel right or good for them. Like even if we're in a rut, instead of really doing the meaningful work that we need to climb out of that rut, out of that hole, we actually re-engage in excessive social media or junk food consumption, or we ghost people, etc. that are just piling problems and problems on. The biggest problem with depressed people most of the time is they don't want to change. It's not that they can, but there is no desire, because there is some sense of security and continuity in being constant with who we think we are, with our identity, and it's hard to change that. There is security in it because we know how to ghost people or play more video games or scroll through social media. And we're very good at that, even though it doesn't make us feel good. There's got to be a specific purpose. As cliche as that sounds, I realize as I'm speaking, there's got to be this wiring in the back, this why we do stuff. Because otherwise, most rational people will quit, because it gets pretty hard with time. And even if you don't quit, if you don't find meaning in what you do and satisfaction, it will be like suffering altogether. So that's why we need meaning. I remember I wanted to be a basketball player when I grew up, so every visit to the gym made sense. Anytime I'd do some sprints or running made sense, because there is a whole system of beliefs and values behind my work. It was saying this will pay out because you'll play in the NBA. Sadly, I didn't make it to the NBA, But point is, without this structure and wiring back in our brains, it's almost impossible to keep the healthy habits and hard work going on. To visualize a goal is completely different than actually living it. Goals will change. They're dynamic, not static. Once you achieve something, your perception of what that means is going to shift and you're going to want other things. The thing is, you should choose something that you know that you enjoy and you will have fun doing it. Yes, we all like to be fit, but do we like to eat the way fit people eat? Do we like to lift weights 3 to 6 times a week or not? If there's no fun in the activity, if there's no enjoyment, it's going to feel like a drag. And we cannot consistently run on willpower continually. There's got to be some spice to it. There's got to be some flavor of, I like this. I have fun doing this. I like the muscle pump after I work out. I like the endorphin rush after running. The self-development industry may have brainwashed into thinking that this effective functional strategies will elucidate change without much effort on our part, because you can do simple stuff, right? But no, change is hard. Change isn't an event. You don't just change your diet. Your body goes through a myriad of physiological processes. It has a thermostat for your energy and caloric consumption. Your body knows when you want to change. So yes, while one thing to elucidate change is to go and do things a little bit slower so that you don't let your body know it's going to be a drastic change, change is a whole process. It's not an event. And sadly, effort is crucial part of that journey. We like to think change can be smooth and fun, but change requires effort. It's the effort that can push you to overcome that resistance. No one ever feels like waking up at 6 a.m. to work. No one feels like lifting weights after 8 hours of work, but it's about acknowledging and being aware that getting up earlier might free you up some time later, that lifting weights will improve your strength and health, that drinking that tea will help you detox. And it's in those benefits or actions themselves where we find glimpses of motivation, a little dopamine hits, so to call it, that prolongs our compliance to work out, to eat healthy, to go on that date or whatever it is for you. It is about realization that if you surpass your rationalizations about doing the work and you actually go and hit that run or go on that day, you will feel way better about yourself afterwards. The point of this video is how to overcome resistance to change. So suppose you've come so far to make a solid life structure or foundation, to find your why and integrate your habits in a meaningful, practical, fun, and sustainable way. How does change really occur? Well, once you start doing this new thing over and over and over again, it becomes a habit. You sort of have proof that you have been doing it for so long that it's sort of part of your identity. Wow, so enlightening. But it isn't about creating a habit. Habits may not stick. You may get life stressors kicked in and you get back into a rut. This is about showing your subconscious brain that the limits that you thought are there about your identity aren't really true, and they were challenged and you changed. So it shows your subconscious you're worthy of change. It's about broadening up the horizons and limits of what's possible for you. With enough self-awareness, you can master change. Even if you fail to sustain your new hard work and productive kind of lifestyle, your subconscious has already seen it. It knows that you can live like that you can lift those weights, go on that date, eat healthier, read 10 pages a day, whatever your thing is. It's no more an impossible thing to do. It's a choice, and your subconscious brain knows it now. Thanks a lot for watching this video. I really hope you found it motivational and it may positively affect you and elucidate positive change in your life. I would really appreciate it if you comment down below and let me know what you guys think. If you gave me a like and a subscribe for the algorithm so my videos get more popular and you get more of this kind of content. Thanks a lot again, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.